Hey YouTube, Halo Guy here. Today we're going to be looking back into the past, and when I say we, I really mean me, as I am the one who's done all of the work. You have done nothing. You get to enjoy the content, so really the only way to repay me for my absolutely legendary video would be to drop a like, otherwise you're a terrible person. Jokes, don't cry and get all sensitive on me. Anyway, back to the video. So yeah, I'm going to be looking back into the past and pick out 7 weapons I would like to see return that haven't been in the recent games. I'm not going to say any guns from Halo 5 as they haven't been neglected, so the plasma caster and the hydro launcher as well as the reach grenade launcher have not made this list, even though I would love to see them make a return in Halo Infinite. But with that being said, let's get on to the video. Number 7, the Type 52 pistol, more commonly known as the Mauler. This weapon is wielded by the Geralhani. They were manufactured by the Sacred Promontory, which is a munitions factory located under the lower districts of High Charity. They were responsible for manufacturing brute-based weaponry during the Human Covenant War. The weapon was seen in Halo 3 and has never made a return since. The Mauler had a 5-round magazine and acted as a sidearm shotgun, kinda similar to Halo 4's bolt shot. It was also wielded with one hand, allowing it to be dual wielded, a feature that has since been dropped. The Mauler was very weak, requiring an extra melee strike to take down enemies even at very close ranges. The weapon's a very cool concept, however I do think it would need a slight buff if it was to return in future titles due to the dual wielding being absent and more powerful shotgun type weaponry existing, such as the human shotgun and the Forerunner scatter shot. Number 6, the Type 52 Special Applications Rifle, more commonly known as the Focus Rifle. The weapon was primarily wielded by Magyar snipers and Singhili Rangers for long-range encounters. They were manufactured by the assembly forges within High Charity during the Human Covenant War. The weapon only appeared in Halo Reach and has never returned since. It used a battery ammunition system much like other energy-based Covenant weaponry. It had a 5 and 10 times magnification scope, taking the role of the beam rifle, which was not present in Halo Reach. The weapon fires a constant stream of energy and would have a different function from the sniper and beam rifle in Infinite, as it works better for suppression rather than quick headshot kills. Number 5, the Type 25 Grenade Launcher, more commonly known as the Brit Shot. This weapon was exclusively wielded by the Geralhani, as its name might suggest. They were manufactured once again by the Sacred Promontory, much like the Mauler. The weapon first appeared in Halo 2 and made a return in Halo 3. However, the weapon has been absent from all future games, being replaced by the Concussion Rifle, which was a lot weaker from a damage standpoint, but did have a cool knockback effect. The weapon was belt-fed high explosive grenades from the top of the gun and would detonate on a timer in Halo 2. But this was changed to allow them to explode on impact during Halo 3, which in my opinion is the better version of the gun. So if this weapon was to return in Infinite, I would definitely have the Halo 3 version come back, as it felt a lot more viable during multiplayer gameplay. Number 4, the M363 Remote Projectile Detonator, more commonly known as the Sticky Detonator. This weapon was wielded by the UNSC and manufactured by Acreon Security, which are a human armory that also manufactures the railgun. This weapon made its debut in Halo 4, but unfortunately did not receive any love in Halo 5, even through the rec system. The weapon was a small grenade launcher that would launch sticky grenades onto any surface. Once the grenade fired from the weapon, a radar would pop out of the side of the gun, allowing the player to see enemies coming near the explosive. And when they did, another pull of the trigger would detonate the grenade. This was a really fun weapon in Halo 4, and I would love if it made a return in Infinite, just as it was. Number 3, the Type 52 Guided Munitions Launcher, more commonly known as the Plasma Launcher. This weapon was wielded by high-ranking Singhili and Geralhani, and was manufactured by the Assembly Forges. The Plasma Launcher made an appearance in Halo Reach, but once again was never to be seen again, except for a theatre glitch that sometimes showed Spartans carrying the weapon in Warzone Firefight in Halo 5. But sadly, the gun was never released as a rec. The weapon could be charged up to fire up to 4 plasma grenades, but the charge could be cancelled early to fire 1, 2 or 3 grenades. It could lock onto both infantry and vehicle targets, making it an all-around effective weapon on the battlefield. It was a bit of a disappointment that we didn't see it return in Halo 5 through the rec system, even though we had a theatre glitch that showed it. So it was definitely in the code and the model was made and everything. But hopefully they were just holding out for Infinite, but we can only hope. Number 2, you're going to like this one, the H165 Forward Observer Module. But you probably know it as the Target Designator / Target Locator. This weapon was wielded by the UNSC and was manufactured by the Miseria Armory. Not sure how to pronounce Miseria, but I'm going to roll with that. But they make a majority of the UNSC's sort of standard weapons and vehicles. Target Designator once again appeared in Halo Reach, but never saw a return. Although Halo 4 had a version of it for one campaign mission, which allowed the player to set areas for the Mammoth to target, but was not usable anywhere else in the game, so I'm not going to count that as officially returning. But the Target Detonator wasn't your classic weapon per se, as it didn't actually fire anything from it. Instead, the weapon marked an area for projectiles to fire down from space, which dealt insane amounts of damage to a large area of effect, which was great for clearing large group of enemies. However, because of the nature of the weapon, it wasn't usable indoors. If memory serves me correct, this weapon was only available for use in campaign and firefight maps. However, I could be mistaken. If this weapon was to return in Infinite, I would definitely have it only have one shot in multiplayer modes, as it could literally destroy multiple vehicles and players with one charge, making it an ultimate power weapon in the right hands. And finally, we have number 1, the Type 31 Needle Rifle, or just the Needle Rifle for short. This was wielded primarily by Kigger snipers and Sangheili Rangers, much like the Focus Rifle. They were manufactured by the Sacred Promissory as they dealt with needle-based weaponry for the Covenant. Like almost every other weapon, this was seen in Halo Reach and never made any return in future Halo games. However, a callback to the weapon did appear in Halo 5 called the Blood of Suban, which was a rec variant of the Covenant carbine, but wasn't officially a needle rifle. The needle rifle acted like the needler, where enough shots would result in a super combine explosion. However, the difference was it could be used at longer ranges. In Halo Reach, the weapon was a little underpowered against shielded targets. However, the Blood of Suban in Halo 5 was extremely great and very satisfying to use. For Halo Infinite, I would love the Reach model to return, but with the damage output of Halo 5, but maybe plus one extra shot to require for the Super Combine, just for balance purposes, as like I said, it was pretty overpowered due to it being a rec variant. But that's my top 7 list of weapons to return Halo Infinite, guys. Leave down in the comments what your list of weapons you would like to see make a return Halo Infinite and later games are. As always, my Twitter link is in the description, so go follow me on there. Like the video if you enjoyed, it helps the channel out a lot, and subscribe with notifications if you haven't already, to get the latest videos as soon as they go live. Thanks for watching to the end, I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time, and have a good one.